The quest to prove the superiority of the Aryan race soon moved into the criminal. The Nazis would begin killing people and using their bodies for experiments. They believed that once they had proven that their ancestors were gods, it would be a simple step to recreate this race of Aryan godmen through selective breeding.
That you could somehow force human evolution in a sort of hothouse environment by selecting the parents of a child and then rebreeding their offspring until the day when eventually you managed to breed the Superman who was predicted by all their occult theories.
Hitler proclaimed, "Humanity accomplishes a step up every 700 years, and the ultimate aim is the coming of the sons of God. All creative forces will be concentrated in a new species. It will be infinitely superior to modern man."
All that had to be done was the Aryans had to re-purify themselves in order to restore their magical powers and therefore restore their original identity of being the God-men.
The breeding stock was Himmler's SS. He recruited only the strongest, best conditioned, and what he considered the best looking young men. Tall, blonde, and blue-eyed. These future warriors had to be well educated and only from families of pure Aryan heritage.
The SS had been generally rather tall, well-made men, warriors. Now, Himmler did decree this for the SS in so much as they should all be 5'9" tall. Himmler was 5'9" tall. In addition to their size, they had to be of pure blood. Now, for the officers, they had to prove pure German ancestry without interbreeding back to 1750.
Himmler's SS, at one point 3 million strong, were encouraged to father as many children as possible, regardless of their marital status. The SS, he told them, had a sacred duty to their nation and to their Führer to beget healthy Aryan babies.
One of Himmler's ideas concerned polygamy. The only way in which he could breed the master race ever faster was by, in fact, instituting the practice whereby SS men would be able to take more than one wife.
In 1935, Himmler created the SS Lebensborn program, meaning fountain of life. Lebensborn was designed to facilitate the birth, housing, and raising of as many pure Aryan babies as possible. Himmler's program was documented by actual images of Lebensborn babies.
The SS Lebensborn was providing conditions whereby young girls could in fact be served by SS studs. He suggested that young Aryan girls in Germany who hadn't been able to find a boyfriend or a husband need not forego the pleasures of motherhood.
According to Lebensborn doctrine, an illegitimate child was no disgrace, as long as the mother was genetically fit. Women were thought to have only one function: to breed the children whose offspring the Nazi Party believed would become gods. An estimated 11,000 Lebensborn babies were bred between 1935 and 1945. Most of these children never knew their parents. The SS Weekly newspaper declared, "Only when the number of cradles constantly exceeds the number of coffins can we look forward with good cheer to a better future." The babies of Lebensborn immediately became property of the state. Some were raised at Lebensborn homes, while others were adopted and raised by SS families. During the war, children with Aryan appearance were abducted from conquered nations and sent to Lebensborn homes in Germany. Nazi records indicate that 200,000 Polish babies alone were kidnapped and placed in Lebensborn homes, where they received careful training in every aspect of Nazi culture and mythology. Long before Hitler came to power, these beliefs were flourishing against an already racist backdrop. There were many organizations in Germany and Austria around the turn of the century which blended racist ideology with occult practices. But their ideas became popular only at the conclusion of World War I.